Strap yourself in,
because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
You are watching and listening to Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and your favourite podcasts.
England! England!
Looking back through the years, we can't hold back the tears and the fears. We gotta be what we can be, 'cause we can write a new history, yeah. So we on Kane, Sterling, we believe we wear the Lion's heart on our sleeves. So we are England through and through. Come on, England, we love you.
Till I Die TV, your first choice for everything Leicester City. Tune in and join in now.
And now, here's your host.
Right, Chris.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. How the devil are we? Oh, let's say hello to my little friend here. He says, there he is. A bit late popping up. Where have I heard that before? Anyway, good afternoon. I wasn't sure whether to actually do a watch along for this or not, but obviously the winner will be in England's group. It's as simple as that. And did you watch England last night? I mean, it can't be any worse, can it? Hi, Wanderlust, how are you? Finally, Wales and Ukraine are in the match to determine one of the last few World Cup slots. Let's go. I know. And I tell you what, I mean, before we get on to the football, and if I am slightly distracted, it's because I'm hoping Miss Ukraine may come up on the screen again in a second. I live in hope. First of all, can I ask you to subscribe? If you're not watching this on YouTube, why not? Get over to YouTube now, Leicester Till I Die TV. Please subscribe. We've got a load of shows coming up over the off-season. And we've got, in fact, and we'll tell you about this later, probably at half-time, we've got Mark Halsey, the ex-Premier League referee, coming up next week. So subscribe, smash the likes for this video, and set the notifications so you don't miss any of the others. But let's get serious just for a moment. I mean, I still find it hard that we are watching football. We are moaning about, about our teams. And I moaned about England last night, about how bad it was. So, do you know what? It made me think. First world problems. So England had a bad game. So England lost to Hungary. Dubious penalty. Yeah, they probably deserved it. England were awful. But do you know what? We haven't got a war going on in our backyard, have we? And we have to put everything in that prospectus, to be honest with you, because it's great. I mean, we all still stand with Ukraine. I think it's got a little bit forgotten. But, let's remember what they are going through. I mean, Eurovision Song Contest, yeah, I know it's a joke, but we actually came second. Did Great Britain, Royal Yumi. We actually were leading after the public votes, after the jury votes. And they won it, Ukraine, and they sold the trophy and gave the money to a cause for the war. And I think within a couple of days of him winning, the lead singer was back fighting on the front as well. Certainly some of them were. So respect to Ukraine and respect today to go out and actually, be able to play a game of football. We say, like, oh, how do Chelsea get on when they've got all that on about all the clubs in turmoil and are they for sale, aren't they for sale? Who gives a shit? Because I tell you what, Ukraine will be out there today battling for it, for their country. So I don't know where I stand on this one. Wonderlust says, I don't have a dog in any of the European races. Canadian here. We're playing Panama in a friendly later tonight. Good luck, mate. I don't think Canada qualified, did they? I'm guessing not because United States are there. But, of course, is it the next one you're actually hosting or the one after that? in Canada. I do like that comedian. Stuart Francis, is it from Canada? I've been to see him live. Love him. Love those one-line jokers. I think you are hosting it. If not the next one, the one after. Oh, did you call it? I do apologise. Which group are you in, sir? Which group are you in? Well done at qualification. Helen, good afternoon. How are you? And welcome along. Coming to see another team in red. I'm torn. Which way are we thinking, guys? I mean, and I apologise if there's any Scottish people watching or anybody here that's sort of got any Scottish blood in them. What a shame they got knocked out. Hey? Oh, yes, they did. But for UK, but I have kind of got a soft spot for Wales. And I'm going to say now, good luck to Mike and good luck to Rich. Mike is... he's got his own channel, and I'm trying to think of the name of it. Mike Green on YouTube. Does a lot of darts, a lot of Welsh coverage as well. He's probably nervous. And Rich, get over to Rich Sports 7 if you like Man United and Wales. He's a true Welshman as well. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, if I was you, I would be actually pooing myself at the moment. So, well, good luck to both of you. Good luck to both of you. And I will be back in 1 second. Just bear with me, guys. And I will just put this up and then we'll be back. I'll be back, as they say. I don't know where they've all gone now. Where have they all gone? Here we go. And we're back. Sorry about that. Just sending an invite to my co-host who's at a Jubilee party this afternoon. Yeah, that's another story altogether, isn't it? But he may be joining us for the second half, which is basically what I did on his channel last night. Jake at West Ham Official. Again, he's a great laugh. Has a lot of banter with you. He gives it as good as he takes it. And that's West Ham Unofficial, if you like a bit of West Ham. So, which way are we going? I mean, I'm looking at Gareth Bale on the screen now, and that's a bit scary, actually, because it's full screen. Do we want Wales? I mean, they are part of, United Kingdom, as officially. Or do we want Ukraine because Ukraine are a little bit kind of, you're going to have the sympathy vote for them, haven't you? Where are we here? Wonderlust. I won't put that up because you just said you were wrong. You're in Group 4, and the other team is Croatia. I'll spare you how I feel about the whole Jubilee. It's beyond the scope of this watch-along, and I have a hard time stopping. Come on, she's your monarch as well. Let it go. It'll be painfully disruptive. We don't do politics and we don't do royalty on this channel. So let's have a look then. Wales. The teams, I'm going to put the teams up here. Are we seeing Gareth Bale's last game for Wales? I think it depends, does it not, if they get knocked out or not? I suppose, he said he's had a lot of offers apparently from Premier League clubs. I mean, I'm at Leicester. Would I take him? Yes, I bloody would. I'd take him in an instant. I mean, I don't know how old he is. I mean, he's won a lot at Real Madrid, although obviously he's not played that much. But I mean, he is Well, we saw it at the back end of the last season when he scored 2 against us. Yeah, and that hurt. That hurt. But, credit to him. When he's gone on, he has. I don't know what he's done to Real Madrid. When he's gone on, he's always scored. Who can forget that Champions League final? Although I imagine Helen, you'd want him. You'd want to forget, wouldn't you? He may choose a Welsh club to finish off his career. You're quite right. Thing is, and I don't mean this unfortunately to any, but none of the Welsh clubs are in the Premier League. Would he want to go out with a Premier League club and say that was it? Or does he want to go down to what is potentially a more physical challenge? So time will tell. Time would tell. Actually, Malenko is in the Ukrainian squad, so I guess I'm down to see Ukraine get in. Come on, you blues and yellows. I'm torn. I could say I don't have a dog in this race. Scotland, if it was Scotland, I'd have wanted Ukraine. And Ukraine did actually claim to the cleaners, really, at the end of the day, didn't they? But with Wales, kind of got a soft spot for Wales. So let's have a look. We've got Hennessy in goal. Across the back for Wales, there we go. This is Welsh names I can't manage. God help me with the Ukrainians. Ampadu, Rodon, and Davis at the back. And across the middle, 5 across the midfield for Wales today. Rodon, sorry. 5 across the field today for the midfield. It's Roberts, Ramsey, Allen, James, and N. Williams. And then up top, you've got Bale, obviously, and Moore. So they've gone for a 3-5-2. That will be interesting. Amongst the substitutes, of course, Danny Ward of Leicester. There's a lot of speculation going on about Casper and him at the moment. That will be interesting. We're supposed to be looking at new goalkeepers. God knows why. I think we've got a squad of them. But yeah, he is in the subs bench. Ukraine, some names there, like you say, Mylenko is in there. Yarmachek is in there. Zinchenko is in there. They've got some good players, and like I say, you've only got to look at Scotland and what happened to them. So you cannot take this lightly at all. But we are going to have fun watching it, and it's always a bit more fun when you've not got a horse in the race, isn't it? But this is the Watchalong show, and we are going to be watching Wales versus Ukraine.
Leicester Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
And it's live.
It is indeed. They can't be any worse than the game last night, can it be? Fingers crossed it can't. So those are the teams, as you can see. Let me bring myself in and take that out. That's what I meant to do. So let's have a look at the form going into this game. Well, Wales' last 5 matches, they beat Belarus 5-1 in a World Cup 2022 qualifier. They drew with Belgium. And let's be honest with you, I mean, Belgium up until recently were the number 1 team according to FIFA. I think they're number 2 now, but that was a good result for them. Good luck to Wales and Ukraine, indeed. And Rene, good afternoon, sir. How the devil are you? Welcome along. Thanks for joining us. So after the 5-1 win against Belarus, they drew with Belgium 1-1. Like I said, that was a really good result for them. They then beat Austria 2-1 in a qualifier. All of these were at home. And they then had a friendly. I thought we're getting rid of friendlies with this Nations League. I don't know. That confuses me. Wales drew 1-1 with the Czech Republic in a friendly. And then the only one of their last 5 that was away was against Poland, as we know the other night. They went 1-0 up and they ended up losing 2-1. Ukraine, the last 5 matches. Away, they went to Finland and they won 2-1 in a qualifier. They drew 1-1 with Bosnia and Herzegovina in a qualifier. They drew with Bulgaria 1-1 in a friendly. And they drew with... No, they beat Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-0 in a qualifier. And obviously the other night they beat 3-1 Scotland. What a shame. Red Pill, hello there. You're a big Wales fan. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I take it Viva Las Wales means you're a Wales fan. So that's how they got there. I mean, Gareth Bale, like I say, it's all going to be about Gareth Bale. It's a Gareth Bale game, isn't it? But can he carry Wales to the World Cup finals? They would be in a group with, obviously, England. There would be also in that group would be the USA and Iran. I mean, Iran is 21st in the FIFA rankings. United States are 15th. We are 5th in the world rankings. The players are in the tunnel, so just before they come out, let's quickly do this because it has got an international link.
It's time for the Daily Leicester.
Leicester City FC on this day in history with Leicester Till I Die TV.
It is, and it has got a World Cup link because on Saturday, the 5th of June, 1999, Prince, rest in peace, Leicester City defender Matt Elliott was sent off playing for Scotland against the Faroe Islands in the European Championship qualifiers. The game ended in a 1-1 draw, and that was Scotland 1, the Faroe Islands 1. Hasn't really got any better with them over the past 20-odd years, has it? Sorry, Scotland. There's nothing like kicking a team when they're down. And Helen, you're quite right. England did deserve to lose yesterday. You see, I don't get it. For me, the Nations League, I know it's a competition and we've come third in it and etc. But you know what? We've got a World Cup coming up at the end of the year. Gareth Bale, what the are you doing? Get Maddison in that squad. You should be playing. You know what Kane can do. Let's face it, F4 most of the time, and then he comes up at the end and gets a couple of penalties. You know, we know what Pickford can do in goal. We know what Grealish can do, and he's an exciting player. But we know what they can do. So make the most of it with these nation leagues, which, to be honest with you, nobody really gives a toss about. Yes, I'll be doing Germany, doing a watch along for that because it's Germany, but not because it's the Nations League. Get these other players in and let's see what they can do. Because if you don't know what Kane, Pickford, Grealish, and all the others Phillips can do now, then you are a damn poor manager. That's all I can say. JJ didn't have the best of games, got injured, of course, but well, you know, it's at least he went off. At least we didn't risk him, and maybe it was just a step up too far for him at the moment. I don't know. You know, he's still young, isn't he? Kane is 29 now. Not many years left of his career. I've got a feeling that if and I like Southgate as a manager, but I've got a feeling if he's the manager in 10 years' time, at 39, he'll be playing Kane. No, I was 4 when they were born, Helen. So I'll let you work that out. Renee, yeah, they're just saying on that. So we're getting ready any time now for the kickoff. And let's see what is going to happen. And they're just singing the national anthems at the moment. Unlike Liverpool fans, they don't boo the national anthem. Sorry, Helen. So we're getting ready. We're getting ready to go. The They're all singing it. Credit to the Welsh, all singing it. I wish we had a better national anthem. Oh, did he? Now then, Rennie, that's in. Daka scored for Zambia. He's going to be a good player. He's just got to settle in a little bit more. I think Fofana fooled us all. He settled in so quickly that, you expect every player to do that. Some do, some take a bit longer. It's a different country. You've not got your friends with you. Maybe you got some family with you, but it's a different type of game, different pace. But no, well done, Daka. I love those Welsh hats. Oh my God, I love them. Do the managers are going to shake hands? The players are shaking hands now. A lot of the, or some, I should say, of the Ukraine players have got flags around their necks. We went from a lot to a few to some, then, didn't we? Joe Allen's in the team, number 7 in midfield. Keith Morris, Connor Roberts. It's not a bad lineup. Ward, I'm surprised Ward isn't playing. I thought Ward was number 1, but he might still be a little bit ill because, of course, he did. Helen says, I'd rather scoop my eyeballs with a spoon than watch England footballers. Bit drastic there, Helen. Simple you don't like us would do. I agree, Chris. I don't want Nacho to go to other clubs. And the cricketers, too, so much embarrassment being English. Did they? I haven't even bothered watching it. I presume they were going to lose, and I just presume they did. I haven't even checked it. Did they lose, Helen? Bale and his Yarmolenko. Yes, it is. Yarmolenko swapping banners and having a chat with the ref. They're about to toss the coin. Bale has won. He's chosen the ends, and we are going to be kicking off any time. So, Helen, are you not English then, or do you just not like watching this squad? And as they kick off in a second, it's worth noticing that Wales are unbeaten they were unbeaten in 5 games. Obviously, they did lose to Poland, but they haven't kept a clean sheet in 5 matches, where Ukraine haven't lost in 8, and they were unbeaten in 6 away games. Do we think that they are going to beat Wales today? 66 minutes, or I presume you mean 66 runs they lost. I tell you what, they only needed 70 odd to win, didn't they? And I think there was about 4 of them left. So God knows what they're doing. But anyway, we're off. We are off and running, I do believe. Well, that's not exactly a ref's whistle. It wasn't the whistle I was expecting. I'm not going to lie. And here we go. Let's get the facts up. That as I can see them, they are still taking the knee. I thought, to be honest with you, to say that the stadium was full of children last night, I was a bit not disappointed, disgusted with the Hungarian kids booing. And I think Gareth Southgate probably got it right on the nose there, that there were, it's like almost inbred to them, isn't it? It's the Eastern European countries. Oh, Ukraine all in blue coming away. Switching it from the right to the left, across into the box, met by a Welsh defender, but it only goes back as far as Ukraine. I guess we are expecting Ukraine to be strong, and certainly early on, and come out and make their mark on the game. There's a lot to laugh at Chris. There is. The show is. Let me bring that up. There we go. I don't like the international game, to be honest. It's boring. I want Premier League back. I'm missing it. Been 2 weeks. I'm getting DTs. with England, I must admit, and I don't know whether other people feel the same about their countries, but the way that FIFA and UEFA have set out these qualifying groups, you're going to win. You know, an England qualifying group is like the Scottish Premier League. You know who's going to win. You probably know who's going to come second. And it's boring. You've got 100 teams, put 100 balls into a bag and pull them out into 10 groups, whatever you want to. But just put whoever's in the group with whoever else comes out. None of this sort of, let's spread it around. Because, I mean, yeah, okay, so you're giving San Marino the chance to play against England. Yes, you are, but wouldn't they soon have the chance of going into the World Cup? I don't think it's serious, Rene, JJ's injury, because he was an early booking. There is an early booking. Who's that? I think that's for a Wales player. Yeah. Dan James. Oh, now, Mr. James. Mr. James, you were lucky. No, it's not, is it? No, Ukraine have got the ball in the net. Ukraine have got the ball in the net, but it was taken too quickly. The referee wasn't ready. He hadn't even sprayed. It was a goal straight from the free kick, but that was disallowed quite rightly. Zinchenko, love your cheekiness, but at least let the guy. I was going to say put his spray out, but that probably sounds wrong, doesn't it? Let the referee get the white lines down. That sounds even worse, doesn't it? Anyway, Dan James, you are lucky to still be on the pitch. That was an awful tackle, and I think it was only the fact that it was the first 3 minutes is the reason that you're still on. Belgium lost again, did they? Wow. Do you know what? They've lost a couple now. Maybe we are seeing a change of manager coming up for Belgium. There's a lot of rumours about him coming back to the Premier League. Wales are on attack, their first attack of the game, and an absolutely rubbish ball that goes well out for Ukraine goal kick. I think Belgium, are actually kind of struggling at the moment. I'm not going to lie to you. Just seeing what we can see here. Oh, was that the other day, Rennie? That wasn't today, was it? I'm talking to a Ukraine fan here who's travelled to Wales, and the BBC said he's supporting his football team because that's all that they can do. Wales are on the attack again, across into the box, met the head of a Ukrainian defender. They scoop it clear, but it is panic defending at the moment. They lose the ball back to Wales. A lovely ball out then from Bale. Again, it's in, but it's simple ball for the Ukrainian. No Welsh striker attacking the ball there. Belgium sliding down the rankings, and yeah, I think they are. So coming up to 5 minutes gone, it's 0-0. All we've had is one booking for Dan James, which was well deserved, and they did lose that one, Rennie. Yeah, that was one that they did lose. It's a Welsh corner. It is a Welsh corner. Into the box. The goalkeeper comes and punches. Not the cleanest of punches, but he gets it out of the box. But it's straight back in there from Wales. Oh. All the Welsh players were running out of the box as the ball was going in. How does that work out? Bale's got the ball. Bale loses the ball, and it's out for a goal kick. I mean, am I being unfair in saying that Wales are a one-man team? I mean, it was an amazing cross into the box then, and instead of attacking the ball, 3 Welsh strikers or 3 Welsh players that were in the box were actually running out. And I don't, you almost like saying, if you no Bale, no win. But I suppose it would be nice for him to get to the World Cup and make that his last international tournament. I feel sad for Jamie Vardy because his last international game was, I think it was the Iceland game, if I'm not mistaken, under that elite manager Roy Hodgson. So Wales are striking at the moment. Let's have a look. Possession, it's 60-40 to Ukraine, and they both had 1 shot each on goal. Ukraine really did start the better, but Wales are really coming back into it now. A long shot and well wide from Williams, who is a very good player. I've had a lot of good reports about him. Yeah, indeed it is, Rene. I don't remember. I think he may have praised Casper, but never Vestergaard. But then we've always said we think there is a good player in there. But there's a lot of professionals have been saying when I've been doing the post seasons with them, he came into a back four that was unsettled with a lot of injuries, different partner each week, not really playing to his style, So you've got to give him a bit of. Ooh, Hennessy did not hold on to that at all. Went down to his left. Was it going in? No, it wasn't actually even going in. But in fairness, Hennessy wasn't to know that. It's just curling too much. But maybe, it's raining. I guess it's going to be slippy. I bet Stephen Gerrard's glad he's not playing. There's a corner to Ukraine. Sorry, Helen. Oh, a bit of neat work on the edge of the box by the Ukraine. He gets it in. Oh, Hennessy went up there. He just, if he hadn't got that, it might have ended up on a Ukrainian head. But credit to him, he got that. Why is he good for international breaks then? Because they play to his style, Rene. They play to his style. Helen, where's Philly? Is that, are you Welsh? Is that in Welsh Wales or is that Philadelphia in America? Thank you for doing the watch along, Chris. You are welcome. It was this or one man and his dog. Although having said that, I'd have sooner watched one man and his dog last night. So they're just passing around at the back now, are Ukraine. I wonder how I would have felt if Ukraine wasn't at war. Would I still kind of want them to go through? Do I hate Wales that much? I do with Scotland. I just don't know about Wales. I have to say, a soft spot for them. Swamp at the bottom of my garden. Oh, neat turn from the Ukrainian player there. Then his partner passes it further back than where the other guy started from. The Ukraine are just playing about with it at the moment. Crab-like across the pitch and back, but not exactly moving forward at all. Yeah, Rennie, we will do some, but I don't think the window's even opened yet. So let's not sort of get too disappointed or go too mad about we've not done this, we've not done that. The others that I know there's a couple that have been signed. I think they were free agents. I think is it next week the window opens? It might even be tomorrow. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's not panic too much. Let's not panic too much. It's always good to get your business done first. Makes a boring last day of the transfer window, though. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's have a look when the transfer window is open. No, June the 10th, Friday the 10th is when the transfer window opens, guys. So that will be the weekend taken up then, won't it? Oh, we know what's going to happen as soon as the transfer window's open. We'll be linked with every player going, as will Newcastle, as will Man United. And it's just, Hennessy down on the course. Now, I said at the start, Renee, Ward isn't playing. I don't know if he's still carrying a knock or something from his Leicester days at the end of the season. But Hennessy played the last one against Poland. So that looks like Martin O'Neill. Petrakov, the Ukrainian coach, had to look twice, wiping his glasses. The rain. He needs some Elton John glasses with the wipers on. So no, Ward's on the subs bench, Rennie. Going to be interesting to see what happens with Ward next season. Oh, Ukraine give it away to Wales again. They pass it back into their own half and all the way back to the goalkeeper. Who knew that was going to happen? Who do you want in the transfer window, Renee? They're still all Ukraine with the possession at the moment, but they're not really doing much with it. We have had 5 shots in the game, though. 2 from Wales, 3 from Ukraine. I think that's more than we saw from England in 90 minutes yesterday, wasn't it? And it's good to see the Ukrainian fans at least enjoying themselves. They're not letting the rain get them down, although I suppose in fairness, what's a bit of rain with what they've got to put up with at the moment? Oh, there was a ball across the field. I think it was Dan James intercepted it. Williams intercepted it, but it had gone so far ahead of him he couldn't keep it up, and it's gone out for a Ukraine goal kick. Oh, and he's been caught again. Ukraine have been caught playing about with it, and it's gone out for. Oh no, it's still in. It didn't go out. Ukraine have got it back. Oh no, they lose out, and it wasn't a free kick. And Bale's free on this. No, it's not Bale. Sorry. Now it's Bale. Are they going to cross it in, Wales? No. You can go back, but they've kept possession. We've just gone over the 100 passes 100 accurate passes in the game. There's not much between. Well, Ukraine have made 71, and Wales have made 30. But the percentage of them being accurate are pretty much even. Okay, so Bale's on the ball. Would you take Bale? I know you're saying there that Ukrainian winger Victor there, Rennie, but would you take Bale? Don't think he'd come to us. So, Helen, you never said which Philly it was. Or are you in a pot of cheese? I love Philadelphia cheese. I love it. Good defending from Wales. Bring the ball away. Passed it out to the right wing. Left wing Williams is up again. Oh, a lovely ball from Williams. A lovely ball. Can he get this cross in now? What's he do? He's taking too long. He's taking too long, and he couldn't get it. Not Williams, the next play. Couldn't get it past the Ukrainian defender. Should have crossed it first time. I don't know if there was anybody in the box for Wales or not, but and that was James. I mean, he should have just crossed it first time, to be honest with you. Yeah, Wanderlust, it would be. I'd love him. Can you imagine? He's old. He's old now. Are we saying that about Mark Albrighton as well? It's a cross in. Oh, the goalkeeper doesn't claim it. He comes and punches it. Oh, and now he's gone down holding his ankle. He came and punched at the Ukrainian goalkeeper, and it spun off his fists and behind him and has gone out. It was offside, and I think it was offside. Oh well, no, he didn't touch the ball. It's gone down anyway. Wanderlust, I agree. He would be a definite plus. I mean, whether he doesn't play 90 minutes every week, same as Vardy, you've got to. Well, let's have a look. Christian Bale, where are we? He's 32, is Christian Bale. So how old is Mark Albrighton? Mark Albrighton is 32. Did I say he was 34, Bale? I can't remember now. So Mark Albrighton is 32. He didn't do too bad when he played against us the other season, did he? He got a couple of goals. No, he's 32, the same. So it's the same age as Mark Albrighton. So is he too old, Rennie? Yeah, Kevin, you're right, Rennie. But he's certainly, you can't say Bale's too old when we've got Albrighton and, we blow smoke up Albrighton's arse. Deservedly so, probably. But what about Jamie Vardy? Jamie Vardy is 35. So is he too old, Rennie? And so no, I think he would be. I don't think we can afford him, to be honest with you. Look at the wages he'd want, and like he said earlier, Helen said earlier, he may well want to go to a Welsh club and finish career in his homeland, and you got to respect him for that. Finally, the Ukrainian goalkeeper is up and back on his feet. And it's a throw into Ukraine on the left-hand side for Wales. On the far side, as we look at it, Ukraine passing the ball. They're going to take it over to the other side now. A long ball upfield. And the Ukraine guy got it. The Ukraine guy beat the Welsh guy to it. But there was certainly nothing for him to sort of anybody following it on or anything like that. Yeah, so if you're saying he can stay for another season, then we could take Bale. We've got to accept we haven't got the money. I think we're now actually gone down. I think we are the 11th richest club in the Premier League. I think we were 7th at one time, or the richest squad. But our owners are about the 11th richest. So, that kind of tells you where we kind of where we are. Anyway, 20 minutes just gone. Still Wales 0, Ukraine 0. In fact, I should put it up, shouldn't I, really? So let's put this up. So, Wales. Let me get it right. Ukraine are coming forward now. It's almost like they're getting the ball forward. They're not sure what to do with it in the final third, because there's no. Well, they're finally some Ukrainian forwards up, but when they break out, they've lost it. Oh, and it clips up into Hennessy's hand. Just as I was about to say, they're not proving a striking threat, Ukraine. They go and do that. The Ukrainian guy lost it in the box, but got the ball back, tried to chip it up. I think it came off the Welsh defender, just looking at it now, on the left-hand side, crossing it over. Wales defender failed to meet it, went to the Ukrainian, who didn't strike it clearly. Should have done more with it. Yeah, he hit the ball, it hit into the ground and kept in his legs, and then he lost control. Welsh defenders were on it, and it ended up in Hennessy's hands. Yeah, quite possibly. But like I say, I will agree to disagree with you. You can't say Vardy's not passed it at 40, and yet Bale, who is still playing for his international side, is passed it at 32. Sorry, 35, Vardy. You can't say Bale's passed it at 32. But, it's your opinion, and I respect it, Rennie. So coming forward now, Wales, a good ball out onto the right-hand side, crossed it in. Oh, not a Welsh player on the end of it. No Welsh player on the end of that in the box. Let's just have a look at this again. So it's down the near side. It's a lovely ball, crossed it in from Bale's, lovely cross. And I think if the second Welsh striker had actually had an attempt to go for it, it was over the head of the first one, and the second one, I don't think he could just quite make to it, in fairness. So it's 0-0, quite an exciting game at the moment. Yeah, he could well be, Helen. He could well be. He's certainly looking a bit dodgy there, isn't he? Although when he went down, it was his ankle he was holding, and he's kind of playing with his right foot there. Maybe he was just having one of those old man feel moments. Oh dear. Or is that just me? 4 shots for Ukraine, 3 for Wales, none of which have been on target for Wales at all. 3 of them have been on target for the Ukraine. So, yeah, I agree with all of those, Rennie. Old Brighton, I think as an impact sub, probably, but not a 90 minutes guy. This is good play by Ukraine. They're coming forward on this near side, and they're going back on this near side, all the way back to the defenders who play it across field, and then forward. Some nice one-touch passing here. Oh, he tries a long shot, does the Ukrainian, and it absolutely knocks somebody out. Ampadu. Sounds like an umfa-lumfa, doesn't he? Ampadu. So, Rennie, are you in Leicester? Oh, okay, Helen. Thanks for popping in. Take care of yourself. All the best. And thanks for your support. So it's Ukraine at the moment. Playing it across the back. Coming forward into the Welsh half and then back out the Welsh half. And then they play. This seems to be their favourite ploy at the moment, Ukraine. If they can't get it down, if they can't get it down one wing, it goes back to the centre backs, who quite often will cross it over onto the other wing. It's still with Ukraine at the moment. And a ball sprayed out. I was waiting for the TV cameras to pan round then to show me who he was passing it to, and he was passing it to absolutely nobody. Absolutely nobody. But it all does seem to be Ukraine on the ball at the moment. They've had most of the possession in the last 10 minutes. And it's back to the goalkeeper. And like we've always said, it's no good having all this possession if you're not going to do anything with it. I think if we look at the moment, they've had 58% Ukraine. They've had 5 shots. Oh, that was close. I'm going to shoot. Oh, it's offside. Every time I say they're not having enough good shots, Ukraine, they whiz one past the post. He was offside, yeah. That was a correct call. Is there VAR in this game? Yeah, Nathan Blake here, former Welsh striker on the BBC. On this slick pitch, just keep passing it around at the back, even if you're not in your own half, because it tires out the opposition. Maybe that's what Ukraine have been doing, because they've been passing it around the back a lot. So it's still with, poor ball. Oh, they've got it back of Ukraine. They shoot. Oh, Hennessy saves. Now, Ukraine had the ball. It was an easy giveaway that they gave to Wales, and then they gave an easy giveaway back. And it was you've got to be careful. It's obviously the ball is hard to hold on to. Because both goalkeepers are choosing to punch. If they're going down for it, they will. They're not holding on to it. And Hennessy got down well. He couldn't hold on to that, and there was no. I mean, had they had a striker following in, and that's what you want. You've got 2 strikers. That's what you want your second striker to be doing. That could have possibly been a goal. But it was a good save from Hennessy. And it's that was brave from Hennessy. That was very brave. I'm not sure. It's been given as a corner to Ukraine, but he had his foot high. Yeah, let's have a look at this in slow motion. A clip over the top by the Ukraine. Number 15 for Ukraine, maybe. Oh no, it was high, but then Hennessy was going in with a diving punch. Just have a look at this kick. Corner kick here, Rene, and we'll look at your question. 30 minutes on the clock now. It's a short corner, back to the corner taker. Crosses it in, off a Welsh defender. Will the play? Yes, he stopped it from going out. Up the field. Oh, that's a booking. That's a Ukrainian booking. That referee's taking, he's smiling, is Milenko, but I think he knows it. The referee, good referee in there. Good referee in. He's called the manager over and he's given him a yellow card. I mean, looking at this, I mean, oh, yes. Yeah. I mean, again, all players, they do tend to sort of exaggerate it a little bit, but that was stopping the player going past because he'd have been down on goal if he had been. So good referee in that. I recognise this referee from somewhere, and I don't know where. I don't know where. Renee, do you mean the World Cup? Do I think Ukraine will win the World Cup? No, not at all. I think we could see one of the, South American countries doing well. I mean, it can be very hot over there, and I think it will suit them obviously more than it would suit us. Wales crossed the ball in. It was a daisy cutter. Nobody Welsh even going for it. And another free kick. And Ukraine again, a little bit dirty now. A little bit nasty. He's certainly not taking any nonsense. This referee. Let's have a look who it is. You're just saying Joe Allen looks nervous. I mean, there's a lot riding on this, isn't there? Oh, the referee is Antonio Miguel Mateo Lejos. I can put it on the back of your shirt. All right, Bale's got this free kick. It's still raining there in Welsh Wales. He's a Spanish referee. I thought I recognised him. Cross in from Bale. Yes, goal! It's a goal. Wales have scored. Wales have scored. What a goal. Oh, hang on. Is it being allowed? Yes, it is, I think. It is Gareth Bale. Rene is too old, isn't he? Oh, dear. I've got to say, he doesn't suit a man bun, Gareth Bale, but well done, Wales. Well done. Against the run of play a little bit, I've got to say. Against the run of play, but what a free kick. Let's have a look at this again. Oh, no, was it an own goal? Was it an own goal? Let's have a look. Yes, it was an own goal. It was an own goal. Wow. Number 7 for Ukraine, trying to defend it. Had he not hit it, I think the goalkeeper would have possibly got it. Please, Gareth, get rid of that man bun. But at the moment, it is Wales 1, Ukraine 0. Wow. Had a bit of a Wes Morgan moment there. So well done to Wales, currently leading 1-0. Yeah, you could be right there, Rene. Argentina, Brazil. But well done. So it's a 1-0 free kick taken by Bale. Ukraine, it wasn't even heading for a Welsh striker. I mean, had he left it, I think their goalkeeper might have got to it. But, if he wasn't given the call, which he obviously wasn't, and he headed it and it went, well, his goalkeeper was going the other way. So Wales leading possibly a little bit fortuitously. Now, this is going to make it an interesting game because Ukraine have got to come out. Now, do you know what that is, England? When the opposition score, you come out. Well done to Wales. They're leading 1-0. Like I say, pretty much against the run of play at that point. But you can't let... I mean, it was a great ball in. It was a great ball in by Bale from the free kick. And you put it into the box. And as we always say, if you put the ball into the box, it can go in off somebody's arse. And it went in off a Ukrainian's head there. So, yeah, you know, that he did his job. And the defender tried to do his. And Bale came out on top. Wales 1, Ukraine 0. I've got to say, don't forget this. Next week, I've got a 1-to-1 with Mark Halsey, ex-Premier League referee. Be sure to subscribe and be sure to click that notification bell, and then you know when it premieres. So it's a premiere next week, and I'll be talking 1-to-1 with Mark Halsey, ex-Premier League professional referee. Anyway, back to the game. 37 minutes gone. Wales 1, Ukraine 0. Rennie, do you think that was a fair sort of result? Did you think Wales deserved it? Yeah, Yarmolenko. It was Yarmolenko. Oh, hang on a second. No. I was getting all excited then. I think I've also got the where you can see there the graphic up on another computer. And I thought we got another goal, but it was still the first one catching up. It's in. Oh, they're defending in numbers. There's still time to run it back. There is, you know. I mean, you know, we've got a whole half and 6 minutes or so. It's the Azerbaijan Grand Prix next week. I don't know whether to do. Should I do a watch along for the Grand Prix? I mean, I know there's a lot of channels out there that do it. They're coming forward again. Ukraine chip into the box, well defended and well cut out by Wales. Nicely playing it out of danger there. Oh yes, is that Williams? Now you see, being greedy. For those who, Grimsby are through, are they? Well done. Oh, don't know what went on there. Zinchenko had a shot, but there's already a Ukraine player down. I think he wants a penalty. I don't think he's going to get it. Let's just have a look at this. Well, it's a shout. I've seen them given. I mean, he'd gone past the player just as the Welsh defender was about to kick it. He went in front of him, so he got the kick rather than the ball. So it wasn't definitely not intentional. And then there was a good shot as of Zinchenko that went into the which was a goal kick. No, he's had a word with his VAR by the look of it. Oh, they are another one. They're checking it. I don't think he's going to get it, to be honest with you. I don't think he's going to get it. Well done to Grimsby. Congratulations on your promotion. It's nice to see these teams coming up. Yeah, check over, no penalty. I didn't think it was. It was, as I say, I have seen them given, but in fairness, you know, he'd already brought his foot back to kick it when the guy went in front of him. Corner headed out by Wales, and then you just had to kick it out of play, like on FIFA where you press the wrong button and it goes out of play. Or was that just me? That was probably just me. So, yeah, well done. Well done to Grimsby. Rene, all the best, mate. Thanks for joining us. Take care, buddy, and we'll see you next time. Take care. We're back tomorrow, Rene. Back tomorrow, 9 o'clock, for a Group A review of the World Cup. Thank you, Wanderlust. Cheers, Rennie. I was just always that bad at it. I could never do. I went on to the management games as quick as I could because you didn't have to actually play football on those. But and then I became a dad, and then of course I was too old for it. So I tell you what, there's a lot of sneaky, naughty bits of play here. I mean, who ran into who there? Did he run into him? Did he block him? Get your handbags out, guys. Get your handbags out. Oh, Daniel James. Yeah, I also wonder, I used to sort of be running towards goal, get ready for a shot, press it, and I'd pass it. Yeah, that's why I don't. That is why I don't. So with 2 minutes, I think there's going to be some stoppage time. We're at 43 minutes at the moment. And again, the kind of they're still not found. They're probably pretty even, I suppose, in fairness. Neither team is looking particularly dangerous when they've got the ball. I'm not going to lie. There's a corner off Ampadu. So all the way through there. All the way through, nobody to stop it. And it hit maybe in quite a painful place. The Welsh defender, and he just cushioned it back to Hennessy in goal. Now we've got some extra time. I don't know how long. It hasn't come. 2 minutes. 2 minutes of extra time, of injury time. 2 minutes of. We don't call it injury time now. It's stoppage time. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Oh, Bale. Nearly got lucky, but they managed to clear it out. Ukraine can count themselves unlucky, I think, to be going into this at half time. 1-0 down. But, that's football for you. That is football for you. Crossing from Bale. No. Again, one Welsh striker in the box. And the Ukrainians just head it away. You can't be scared. You've got to go for it. You can't sit on 1-0. You've got to go for it, Wales. So it's half time, and at half time it is Wales 1, Ukraine 0. I am going to go. I need to water the plants, and we will be back. We'll be back in a little while. So don't go away, and we will be back soon.
Broadcasting live worldwide. Watch us on YouTube. Listen on your favorite podcast platform. Or ask your smart speaker to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Right, Chris.
Till I Die Watch-Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
And it's live.
Let me take my mic off mute. That's better. Welcome back. Wales 1, Ukraine 0 at half time. What do you think of the first half? I think Wales were a bit lucky, to be honest with you. Neither team has really been, the goalkeepers have had saves to make. But when I've seen either team come forward, I've not looked at it and thought, hello, this could be a goal. It's not. Yes, yeah. Hey, you know what I was saying about it before about when I play FIFA that my players run off the pitch to the side or I pass the ball to the goalie. Yeah, that's the other one is leaving it on mute. Yeah, I do agree. Wales got away with one out there at Wonderlust. The goal was against the run of play, and like I say, I couldn't. It's been 5 shots to 8 in Ukraine's favour. None of them have really, yes, they've had saves to make, don't get me wrong, but like I say, I just don't feel that when they're going forward that any team, or either team I should say, look like they're going to score. Wales, it was a good ball in, but again, there was no Welsh strikers, and that has been the main problem with Wales, that when they've got that ball up there, it seems to be that none of the Welsh players can keep up with Gareth Bale because he's whipping those balls in to a box where there's 1 Welsh player and about 5 Ukrainians. So I'm sorry, Welsh fans, you're lucky. You are very, very lucky. Let's just see what they're saying here about it. Let me get rid of that until the play comes back up. So what they are saying here. Absorbing numerous attacks by their opponents and scoring in a fairly fortuitous manner, to say the least. Wales lead this World Cup qualifying decider by a goal at the interval and are potentially 45 minutes away from their first final since 1958. That would be nice. I mean, it would be nice to see them back in there. Given their creative superiority so far, Ukraine will feel hard done by not to have broken the deadlock before Bale's free kick was diverted past Bushlean by their own captain, and the hosts also survived a strong penalty claim. I don't think it was one of those with the penalty, seen them given, and obviously today seen them not given. But Wonderlust, I've got to be honest with you, I agree with you, like I said before, Wales have got away, but at the end of the day, you put that ball in the box and it can go in off somebody's arse. It really, really can. And, that's football. That's football. You can have all the possession and all the shots in the world. I mean, look at Liverpool in the Champions League final against Real Madrid. Who had the most shots? Liverpool. Who had the most possession? Probably Liverpool. And yet Real Madrid, 1 chance, put it away. Good night, Vienna. Or good night, Liverpool in that case. So, yeah, that they are lucky. But, like I say, there's a fair bit of luck involved in the game. Let's just have a look, shall we, and see. Because I'm being told that we lost at the cricket. But let's have a laugh and and see what England did there. Oh no! Oh, now, Helen, you have gone, and so you should. England beat New Zealand, but apparently you were told me earlier that we hadn't. Joe Root passes 10,000 test runs. Wow, well done there, Joe. And he gets 100, which leads us to victory. So just let's have a look at the scoreboard, which they very kindly haven't put up. What a waste of time. So 279 for 5. So we still had 4 players in hand there. So well done to England there. And Helen, naughty, telling us wrong. All right, what's coming up on the channel just before the players come out? Next week, Mark Housey, ex-Premier League referee, controversial figure. I will be talking to him next week, and we'll be premiering it one night this week. I'm not sure which, but basically subscribe, and you won't miss out. So just do this. Press the subscribe button, smash the likes for this video, and obviously if you press the notification bell, you won't miss a show. The debate show, we're doing that now. Monday, we've got Group A preview. We're going to be looking, myself and Doug. He's a Scotsman, so he's got no bias in this at all. Maybe I'm being awful asking him to do it, but we're going to be looking at all the 4 teams in Group A Monday night, and that's going to be a weekly thing. Daniel's going to be coming on and giving his neutral view of Leicester City's season, and then next Thursday we've got 7 ways the atmosphere at the King Power Stadium could be improved according to a Leicester uni student. And then we've got a promotion special when we're going to be talking on Thursday at 9 o'clock with a Fulham, Bournemouth and Forest fan. That will be fun. And we've got a debate show next week. Basically, do we want Forest down, or do we glad Forest are back for the derbies? Personally, I would have sooner them stayed down. I'm not going to lie, but there we go. Anyway, second half's underway. Ukraine have got to go for this. They have got to go for this. It'll be interesting to see what Wales do, because despite what Michael Owen commentated, it's just as hard to defend a 1-0 lead as it is a 2. In fact, it's hard doing away. So will Ukraine come out and go for it, which will leave them susceptible at the back to the counter-attack? But then, you know what? If they do that, or the referee's just having a word with the Ukraine manager, will Wales be able to take advantage? Because, like I say, they're passing into the box. Whilst it's been good, there's just been nobody on the end at all for them. So both teams have got to improve in the final third. And here come Ukraine. Well, yeah, okay. Maybe they weren't talking to each other. He passed it to where he thought the player was going to go, and the player went completely the other way. So it's still 1-0. I've got to be honest with you, I think the referee's had a good game. Spanish referee there. I do think he's had a decent game. But old Mr. Lahoz there. So we're back. It's still raining at the Welsh Stadium there. You know, I'm tempted to say, well, do you know what? If this Wales gets through to the World Cup, that's 3 points we're going to have in our group. But, you know, after last night's performance, I wouldn't even be confident of that. You know, I think it could be the way England and Wales are playing. It could be a boring 0-0. But good luck to them. At the moment, as I say, they've got the advantage 1-0. They can just wait and pick off players when they want. So at the moment here, now, you see just, oh, nice play there. Williams, I think it is. He got out of that box. Wales, they're coming away. Now then, can they make something of this? Yes. Bale on the left. Passes it into the box. Woo. Ramsey, what? Oh, I don't know whether you weren't expecting that, but he didn't connect with it properly. Melina, good evening. How are you? From Canadian Canada. Wonderlust. This is Melina. This is Wonderdust. 2 Canadians in. That was a good move by Wales. Down the left-hand side. Beautiful pass from James. Picked out picked out Bale. Bale crossed the ball over. It was a lovely cross. The goal was open for... Well, that should have been 2-0. I don't know whether it came at him quick. We wasn't expecting it. But anyway, it was an opportunity missed for Wales. Now, how are you? How are you, sir? Tell me, are you watching this in Canada? Wales, Ukraine? And I was talking to Wonderlust earlier, and he said that obviously Canada are in it, in the World Cup. Oh, no, that's a free kick. So who are you going to be following, Melina, in the World Cup? Are you going to be supporting Canada? Oh, they're just arguing now. They're just arguing so much. Just get on with the game. Never ceases to amaze me how these players think they're going to change the referee's decision. The only thing that's going to change the referee's decision is VAR, and that doesn't always change the decision. So Ukraine have it just inside their own half. And at the moment, Ukraine are behind due to Yarmolenko's own goal. At the moment, I'm just looking to see who they've got as player of the match here. Hennessy, actually. Now, there's a surprise. Hennessy in the Welsh goal they've got as man of the match. He's made a couple of good saves, but don't know whether he's worthy of man of the match or not. He's 7.9. Bale is 6.5. But I think Bale, I've got to be totally honest with you, he's shown what a class player he is. Rob Page of Wells has got a yellow card. So a yellow card for the Welshman. And here come Ukraine again. Again, just back inside their own half. This pass should take it out. No, it doesn't. It goes back crab-like across the pitch. And here they come. Cross into the box. Controlled, as usual, very badly by Ukraine. I mean, I've got to be honest with you. Scotland must have been awful. If this team can beat Scotland must have been pretty awful. Maybe they need to get some Velcro on the boots. Wales going down the side, but losing it. Williams there. Oh, they've got it back, Wales. No, they've lost it again. Just can't control the ball. And I suppose, in fairness, we've got to put a bit of this down to the weather. It's raining. The ball's speed, coming off the surface quite quickly. So as you try to make run and passes and go over players, I suppose, it's going to be that bit harder to control. Rob Page was booked for protesting. I don't know what he was protesting about, to be honest with you. But basically, a lot of people are saying Wales should have had a second goal. Like I said, they should have done. And Bales are coming forward again now. All Wales have got to do really is just keep the ball, because I think neither team look like getting a goal, whether a second one for Wales or a first one for the Ukraine. And then, well, he didn't get the cross in. I think it's gone out for a corner to Ukraine. No, it's a throw in to Wales, I think. I don't know what Bale has done with his hair, but it looks absolutely stupid. You could do some of your curlers, Melina. Oh, headed through from the corner. It was a corner, but straight into the goalkeeper's hands. Yeah, and it is end-to-end stuff. But as things stand at the moment, Wales are going to be coming through and joining England, America, and Iran in Group B of the World Cup. Oh, no. Trying to do something clever there. Trying to do something clever was the Ukrainian player. Back heel, and it just didn't come off at all. This isn't the time for little flick-ons and things like that. You just need to control the ball. I can't sit here and say like, oh, Ukraine should, if you feel sorry for Ukraine and, everyone neutrals are with them, etc., etc. But they haven't played well enough. They just haven't played well enough. And it's a cross into the box. Oh, I'm going to stop saying this. I'm going to stop saying this. Every time I say Ukraine don't look like scoring, or Ukraine aren't playing very well, there's an attack here. It goes down the far side. It's crossed in. Oh, the Ukraine player gets it. Number 16 crosses the ball in. The Ukraine player touches it on. Saved with his feet by Hennessy. Hits another Ukrainian striker and goes out. That was probably one of their best moves and probably their best chance of actually of getting an equaliser there. It was unlucky, but I think it came back at the second Ukraine striker a bit quickly. But maybe I shouldn't keep saying they don't deserve it. They don't look it. Bale don't know what he was doing there. Just kicks the ball straight out. I tell you what, there's a bit more excitement in this than there was in last night's England game. That worked better for me than my sleeping tablets. But 9 shots to Ukraine, 6 to Wales. Wales only had 1 on target, which kind of sums their afternoon up. They've had 6 on target, Ukraine, but obviously none of them have yet to ripple the net. Again, unable to control the ball, Wales. Might have been Bale, actually. It is foot, leg, whatever you want to call it, and come off. And please, are Ukraine going to start doing this now? Falling over? It doesn't become you, not with what's going on. Going down. Like you've been hit by a sack of spuds. But they're coming back now, down the near side, crossed into midfield. Oh, it's a through ball. It's ended up with the Ukraine player, and he's got a throw in. So it's quickly going to be taken. It's a good throw into the box. It's found a Ukrainian player. What can he do with it? And I think is it offside? The play has stopped. Don't know. He was holding on to him a bit. I don't know what it was stopped for there. Didn't look well. Nothing that certainly was on camera. Yeah, I'm just saying here it was just handcuff denied from 6 yards by Hennessy, with the rebound bouncing wide, as we say. It's back now with Ukraine in their own box. So just bringing it out and then passing it back to the goalkeeper. They've got to start doing something a lot more than this now. They really have. So Ukraine again, they're in the box. He's jinking. He's got too many defenders. Two Welsh defenders on him there. Oh, bit of shirt pulling there from the Welsh. Bit of shirt pulling. They are at least trying to make a go of it here. I'm going to give that credit to them. They are trying to have a go at it here on Ukraine. That was good defending from Wales, though. Nice bit of defending from Davis. He got over, got his foot in. Throw into Wales. I think the Ukrainian fans are starting to sense that something might happen. They're doing a bit of the old, well, what happened then was Wales lost the ball to them. A long ball forward. Oh, no, it's gone out. It's gone out. I don't think the Ukrainian strike was actually ever going to get to it, but it has gone out to play. So it's still 1-0 to Wales. 60 minutes gone now. Half an hour left. Can Ukraine do anything? It's going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting. They're still coming forward. So let's have a look what's going to happen from this corner. It's a corner for Ukraine, and they really need now. Time is running out for them. Less than half an hour to go. A left-footed corner in, straight onto the head of a Welsh defender. Straight out to Bale, who kicks it at a Ukrainian player, but they get away with it, and they're breaking now. Oh, they were breaking. They ended up not breaking. Because again, they did not control the ball. I don't know if I can put all this down to the wet weather. They should be used to it. You know, this is the second half. They played 2/3 of the game here. They should be, and again, it happened exactly the same there with the Ukrainian. He couldn't even stay on his feet, but the other guy, it hit him and it came off. But Wales are breaking down the wing. Are they? Yes, they are. That was a neat turn, helped by the fact that the Ukrainian player. Come on! Oh, it's through! It's through! Oh, and it's gonna. Oh, well, that was a nice ball. They came down the centre that time after he got around the player when the Ukrainian player slipped. The Welsh striker went for it, hit it up. It hit a Ukrainian defender and went up in the air, a bit of an up and under. And would it have gone in? Well, I don't know. But the goalkeeper, it was up and over the bar. He had to get up and under it to get past it over the bar. So, don't know that it would have gone in. Don't know if they've gone in from Dan James, but that's the thing. There we go. There's a corner to Wales. And headed clear. No, not totally clear. Headed straight back to a Welsh player, back to the corner taker, back again to him, passing it around in the corner. Our back heel there. Wales just taking their time and, yeah, losing it. Trying to do too much again and completely losing it. And now they've got they did have a break on Ukraine, but it was just too far ahead for them. And he needs to start making some substitutions, this Ukraine, because they're looking tired. And they must be tired because it's a wet pitch, it's a heavy pitch, and then the ball's skimming off the pitch very quickly, and the players can't keep up with the ball. But here is Bale down the left-hand side, slips past his marker, crosses the ball in straight to a Ukraine player. It was a daisy cutter across the floor, and they kick it out, and they come away now. They're beginning to look, I don't say this because, of course, I say every time I say it, something goes wrong. But they're looking like they've shot the bolt a little bit, Ukraine. He needs to get some fresh legs on. He really does. It's just inside the Welsh half now. I don't think Ukraine have actually made any substitutions yet. In fact, no side has made any substitutions yet. So, in a way, I do hope that, if Wales are going to win, I do hope they can get another goal, because I would hate them to lose this by the own goal from Yarmolenko. I mean, he was trying to sort of head it out, but he didn't quite get it around the post. The goalkeeper was going the other way, and had he left it, like I say, I think their goalkeeper could have probably or would have collected it. So I am, I don't want to see them go out that way. But we've got to start saying, well, this is just sympathy. It's football. It's a game of football, and it is what it is. And if that's what it happened, but I would like to see if Wales goes through them to get another goal. I think I've seen a couple of Welsh games where they have actually come back and got a couple of late goals. Big up, hello, Anthony. No, to be honest with you, he's asking there, just check the score. Has the game been a bit flat? First half, yeah, it kind of was. But if I can say, there's degrees of flat. It was not as flat as England's game yesterday. But I mean, I did say early on, if this is the Welsh side that we meet in, and it's shot from Ukraine, well wide. But no, Anthony, do you know what? If this is the Welsh side that do end up in our group, I would have said we've got nothing to worry about. But then, having watched England yesterday, who would probably be the most boring 0-0 ever. I mean, Ukraine, they're bereft of ideas now. They're taking pot shots. They've had a couple of chances. Luck hasn't gone their way. Obviously, it was the own goal, which was unlucky, but luck hasn't gone their way. But they are coming back at it in this half. I mean, it's 64% possession to Ukraine. That said, they've always had more possession. 11 shots and 2 big chances compared to 7 and 1 for Wales. Expected goals, XG 1.08 for Ukraine, 0.43 for Wales. So yeah, Anthony, it's been, if you had to say to me, right, tonight I'm going to tie you to a chair, which game do you want to watch? I'll take this one over the England one. And I'm obviously not even a Welsh or Ukrainian fan. But and there's a long ball in, and it's just absolutely aimless ball there from Ukraine. From both sides, when they've got the ball in, and Bale has put some wonderful, wonderful balls into their box, when it goes in, there's just nobody on the end of it from both sides. It's almost like, I mean, I know when I lived in Burnley, we signed Paul Gascoigne, and it was about the end of his career when he obviously came to Burnley, obviously. But you could see his mind was working quicker than the other players' body, because he was doing some lovely touches, etc. And then again, no, exactly. But the players just couldn't, his Burnley teammates couldn't keep up with him. And I think it's a bit like that with Bale, to be honest with you. I mean, and Ukraine then a ball into the box and it went straight to a Welsh player, but they're coming through now, and it was a good defending. I'm going to say that was a good defending by Wales. It really was. Yeah, but it's Ukraine kick it from inside the Welsh half all the way back to their goalkeeper. How was your barbecue, Anthony? It's pissing down with rain here, or it has been. How was your Jubilee party? Was it a Jubilee? Was it a bit wet? Do you know what? That concert was good last night. Wow, I've got to say. And there was some nice mix of stars for all ages. I was very impressed with how they lit up Buckingham Palace. I thought that was very, very impressive. But anyway, we are coming up to the 70-minute mark. Oh, and again, Ukraine! What the fuck? Do you want this, Ukraine, or don't you? I don't think you want it, because again, there's a ball in, the winger ran, crossed it, and there was two at the time Ukrainian players in the box, but they were behind 3 or 4 Welsh defenders. So look, that's been the story of the game. The crosses have been going in, and look, there's been no players wanting to get on the end of it. I know it's pissing down with rain, but come on, take a chance. Right, 2 substitutions now for Ukraine. I said he needs to do something. He definitely needs to do something. Whether these will make any difference or not, who knows? Malilenko is off. Shaparenko is on. And it was the first one. And Stepanenko is off. And Sidrochuk is on. You only watch this to see my pronunciations, don't you? My own worst enemy playing Ukraine. I always remember that the Ukrainian snooker player in Off the Red. Yes, boom, boom. There we go. Yes, I think that deserves one of those. I'm sorry, guys. So coming up to the 70th, yeah, we're into the 71st minute. Wales 1, Ukraine 0. And if this is how it finishes, I've got to say Ukraine have only got themselves to blame, and Wales, they're lucky. They'll be in their first World Cup since 1958. So well done to Wales. A foul there. They are going down a little bit easy here, Ukraine. And a Welsh substitution coming on now. There's that much rain. I think they could do with a bloody sub. Whack, whack, whack. See what I did there? That's Wales. I'll tell you who the sub is at the moment. James is off and Johnson is on. Number 9, Johnson is on for number 20, James, who has gone off. So here we go. It's a crossing from Ukraine, and Wales have got it out. It's not. Oh, you can see how wet it is. You can see how wet it is. I mean, there might be a little bit of we don't want to get injured or anything if we go in, but. It's the Grand Prix, Azerbaijan Grand Prix next week. On Golf US Open, day 1, Thursday the 16th, which is also the fixtures released for the Premier League. Golf, is there anything more boring? Oh, 10-pin bowls, I suppose you could say. At least you can see where the balls are with that. Although I must admit, I do like a bit of the old, what's that cup? I can't think what it's called, where the English or the Europeans now play the Americans at golf. The Ryder Cup. There's a bit of niggles there, so that's quite interesting. Anyway, here they come. Ukraine passing it around the back. Cross coming in, ends up straight at Hennessy. All he had to do was put his arms up and grab the ball. Ukraine's finishing has been absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. They need a Vardy. They need somebody that's going to attack that ball, because quite frankly, the Ukrainian strikers are waiting for the ball to come to them rather than attacking the ball. Oh, he's going to have no fingernails left at the end of the game. Or if he goes too far, he'll be like me and have no fingers at all. Wales are coming forward. No, I don't know. See, again, there's a through ball that just, it caught up in the wet grass. It just didn't get through to the player. But then again, he's saying that the ball is getting held up on the grass, or it's running too quickly on grass. You know, which argument are you going to use? The Ukraine are coming forward again. It is all Ukraine, really, at the moment. Wales get the odd breakaway, but they're certainly bossing the possession, Ukraine, but they're doing absolutely sweet FA with it. Which probably means they'll score now, because that's what's been happening every time I've said something. They're playing it about. Finally, there's a cross. He takes it into the box, the Ukrainian player, and passes it back out the box. A long-range shot again from Ukraine, and Hennessy will stand there and go, yeah, thanks very much. And it'll probably end up in the centre of Cardiff, which kind of sums up. 2 more substitutions for Ukraine. They're looking, oh, very nice lady, but she's looking a bit upset. I love those hats. I love those Welsh hats. Is anybody from Wales watching? Buy one and send it to me. I love them. So they're not coming on as yet. And if you can just do all this for me, please.
Broadcasting live worldwide. Watch us on YouTube. Listen on your favourite podcast platform. Or ask your smart speaker to play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Right, Chris.
And just as I went away onto that, Wales hit the post. Typical. Yep, if you can give us a subscribe on YouTube, Leicester Till I Die TV, that'd be great. Oh, it's a cross in, but it's it's coming up now. Oh, Gary Bale. Gary. Wow. Wales there on one of their rare breakaways down the left. A lovely turn. I think it's Johnson. Through ball into the box. A chip over. Goes over the defender, but coming in the back, out the back is Bale. And it's a low shot from him. Meets it well. And the goalkeeper fumbles it, but he saves it and it bounces out. So well done to the Ukraine goalkeeper there. But it was a nice break from Wales. And Wales, they're doing all they can do at the moment, which is soak up all the pressure and just hit them on the break. And they'll just show that the one way, I think it hit the post. Let's just have a look. Oof, yes. Yeah, what a shot. What an effort. That was from Johnson, I believe. So we're down to the last 15 minutes. We're down to about 30 minutes plus any stoppage. Another couple of substitutions for Ukraine, but have they come on too late? Ukraine are breaking down the near side. Number 21 crosses the ball in and it's headed out, but Ukraine have still kept possession. It's got to be all Ukraine now. It's got to be all Ukraine. Dovvik is on, I think that said. I've just missed it. Oh, is it? Oh, and it's still in the air. Wales. Whoa. Anthony, you're asking if this was a game. This was a flat game. It is not now. Yeah, they thought it was a flat game, but now it's not. Oh, a cross in there from Ukraine. It was pinging around. Oh, it came off. It came off Bale. No, it didn't. It came off number 15. Should have gone to Specsavers. It was bouncing all over the place there. And he didn't control it well, the Welsh number 15. It went up. And, Hennessy had a bit of a Casper moment. He came out all starlight like that, was never going to get the ball, and the Ukrainian striker just ran into him. But that was a chance. Are Wales holding on? Are we going to see last-minute heartbreak for Wales? Or can Wales get a second one? They've come close twice, 3 times. Wales, can they get the goal that makes it safe? I think a second goal now would just kill the game off. It would break Ukrainian hearts, I grant you. They're picking the ball up and giving it to Wales to take the throw in. It would break their hearts, but, you know, they say they've had the chances, Ukraine. They've not taken them. They've not been at their best. This is not the team that beat Scotland the other night. I say not the team, you know what I mean on that. Wales are just sort of playing it slow with the throw-ins at the moment. Head tennis here. I'll head it, you head it, me head it. Oh, what's going to be given here? It's not gone out yet? No. Now then, work that one out. It's a throw into Ukraine. That could have been throw into either side, corner to either side then. Oh, that was dangerous, Ukraine. Throwing it to your defender in the box. What were you thinking? So they get it now on the far side. Coming down. Pass to one player to another. Total attempts, Wales 18, Ukraine 16. That probably does sum the game up in fairness, but, you know, on target 2-6, there we go. That's more sums the game up. I think if you put those two together. Wales just inside the box, but they lose the ball, got it back. We're going to see another long shot, and it's straight at Hennessy. It's going to take those all day. You've been trying those all game. You've been trying those long shots, Ukraine, and they have not worked. They have not worked. But still, look, I still think he looks like Martin O'Neill, that Ukrainian manager. Yeah, they're looking a little bit like disappointed. Obviously, the Ukrainian. They've not come. They've not come with the same. And I know it took them a while to sort of get going against Scotland, but they really, really haven't. Like I said, if it finishes 1-0, you can say it's unlucky because it was an own goal, but they won't have deserved to win it, unfortunately, Ukraine. So we are into the last 9 minutes plus any stoppage time. Ukraine on the near side, number 21, passes it out to number 10. He moves inside, passes it back. And it goes across field. I guess it's going to go all the way across now. Yes, it is. So it's on the far side with Ukraine. They're passing it about, back to the far side. I'm feeling it will go back again. Yeah, them two players have just been played, keep the ball. Across, a big pass across field to the near side again. Number 21 passes it back into the middle. They're playing, and then he tries something a little bit fancy, the Ukraine player, and it's straight into the Welsh player. Who obviously now Wales bring it away. You just don't try the fancy stuff. You're not good enough. Simple as that. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, he's... I love this Spanish referee. I think this referee has had a really, really good game. But there's another substitution for Wales. But he goes over to get his foam out, and he literally does... and just puts $1 on the grass. In fairness, it'd probably be washed away, but that did make me laugh. And of course, Ukraine have learnt earlier on that they've got to wait. They've got to wait for him to blow his whistle and do his spray. They tried that earlier, of course, got the goal, and they took it too quickly. So substitution 8 for Wales coming on, and Gareth Bale's coming off. Gareth Bale is coming off with just 9 minutes left, 7, 8, 9 minutes left. Ramsey's getting the captain's armband. There's a hug between them. Is that a good decision? Ramsey taking Bale off? I don't know. I mean, that smacks to me of last game substitution. I mean, he's getting a really warm round of applause, and he's geeing the players up. Wilson's coming on, number 8 Wilson for Bale. He's G'ing him up, his Bale. Let's hope that doesn't come back and bite them on the bum. Because for me, Bale has been the man of the match. You know, he's tried things now, you know, but when he's got that ball into the box, there hasn't been sort of any players on the far side or in the box, to actually take advantage. But it's all ping pong in the middle of the park. It's going out to Ukraine. Down the far side. He's going to cross it into the box. It's across. It's up. Oh, what a save! What a save by Hennessy. Whoa, that's the save of the game. That could have just sent Wales off to the World Cup. What an absolutely fantastic save. The Ukrainian fans can't believe it. They've got their hands over their mouth. It was a lovely ball in from the far side. Number 11 gets up and heads it. And a diving save from Hennessy. Looking at it from behind. I mean, he got up high and it was a left-handed save, one-handed save from Hennessy. What a save. That could have just sent Wales through. But they've got a corner to defend here. And as the corners go straight to the one, and didn't get past the second man, to be honest with you. It's hooked up and out by Wales. I'm guessing that the guy that came on for Bale might have been a defender. But hey, Wales are breaking now. Ramsey's got the ball. There's 3 defenders, 4 now for Ukraine. Passing it out to Wales. He comes inside and he gets clipped by Ukraine. And what is that's going to do? Mudryk, number 14 there. Is he going to get a yellow card for that? No, he gets a sort of spray. Bale's looking a bit sort of worried on the side. He knows his job is done. There's nothing more he can do now. He was geeing the players up, as I say, when he came off, especially the substitute, Wilson. Number 14, is he going to get a booking? No, I just think he's got probably wasn't worth the booking. And I've got to say, I've said it a few times, give credit to this referee, Spanish referee. I've seen him before. He has done really, really well. So we are looking. It's a free kick for Wales. No Bale now. Hits the wall. Goes out for a corner. Wilson took it. He didn't get it past the wall. Oh, what they could have done to have a Gareth Bale still on the pitch then. It was Gareth Bale's range. That would have ended it. But it's a corner now to Wales. Chris, good evening, sir. How are you? I'm actually getting more excited about this game than I am about the English. The England game. It's a corner for Wales. It's crossed in. It goes over everybody's head. And it's down to the near side corner flag. And number 9 for Wales. How are you, sir? How the devil are you? This game has come alive in the last 5 minutes. The ball back into the box again. Headed clear by the Ukraine. And they've got it, but there's a lot of Welsh players around, and he goes down and gets the free kick. Oh, let me take a breath. I tell you what, the game last night, even as an English fan, you're agreeing with me, yeah. Say it was. And then into the box. Oh, and then no. It's a long shot again, straight at Hennessy, a daisy cutter. Hennessy falls down on it, Pickford style. But just before that, they were hitting it everywhere. It was hitting people and bouncing off them. But yeah, it is a lot more exciting than the England game yesterday. And Hennessy probably, I said Bale the man of the match. I might have to give it to Hennessy actually. Great news, Chris. I'm just worried that Ben Davies is down, number 4. I think it's Ben Davies, is it? But anyway, Davies, number 4, is down, getting some attention. There's about 3 minutes to go. To be honest with you, I had forgotten. And I'm a bit pissed off with Southgate anyway, obviously because he's not picked Maddison, but I just think that he should have picked players. He picked the players like Pickford, Kane, Grealish. He picked players that he knew what they can do. Last night, it wasn't a lot from Kane, and he should be using these Nation League games to try out players that he's not seen play regularly. but he didn't do that. It was an awful, awful game. And I came on to Twitter, and I saw that Jake was doing a watch along, so I went on that with him for 45 minutes. This was a lot more exciting. Really. First half was a bit kind of I've got 2 balls on the pitch now. The first half was a bit like it's only just come alive with goal attempts. Up until the last 5-10 minutes, 1-0. Well, it could have been 0-0 to be honest with you, because there was some good crosses in from both teams, but nobody on the end to meet it. I wish I could have forgotten they were playing, but it's indelibly printed in my mind, that game now. So 21 for Ukraine, short ball to number 7. Got it on his left foot. He crosses it across pitch to the far side. Ukraine is going to now pass it into the box. It's into the box, and it's headed out by Wales, but it's straight to a goal. Oh my God. Straight to number 5 there of Ukraine. And I think he must be a fan of Sam Ryder at the Eurovision, because I think he's actually kicked that up to a satellite and a spaceman. I'll tell you. It is, Chris. Basically, it is a friendly. I mean, at least it's better than friendlies because it is a bit of a tournament. But, normally I'd say go for it. But we've got a World Cup coming up. And I say, and you know what Kane does. You know what Pickford does. Walker. You know what all these players do. Pick other teams. Wales fans are getting excited now. We are into the last minute. In fact, we have gone over the 90 minutes. I don't know how much extra time we are going to, injury time, stoppage time, all 3 of them. Put it together. How much are we going to see? It's not said yet. It hasn't said yet, but we are past the 90 minutes. Just gone. This is possibly going to be the last chance. It might be a bit of stoppage time. Not maybe 5 minutes. Wales have just got to play it sensibly now. They've just got to play it sensibly. I haven't seen how much time will be added on my TV screen. 5 minutes. 5 minutes of added time. My God. Who wants to know the lottery numbers? So 5 minutes for Wales to hold on, and they will be in their first final World Cup final since 1958, and we'd have to say congratulations. Do they deserve it? I think they do, to be honest with you. It so is. Yeah, they don't. I mean, that is why Wales deserve it, because honestly, they've been firing blanks. Have Ukraine, Yarmolenko, they've not had outstanding games at all. And yes, it was an own goal, but yeah, I think Wales, on balance of play, they probably do just deserve it. But I say Ukraine have come back in, but you can't leave it. You can't leave it to the last 25 minutes or so before you decide to start playing. And they've been taking pot shots from way outside the box. Like I said, that one that goes up to the International Space Station. Probably Thunderbirds had to bring the ball back. Crossed in again, straight to a Wales player. More Wales defenders than Ukrainian strikers. It is going to be chaos. It is, Chris. Domestic football taking a break for the World Cup, but we all know the World Cup is a joke this year anyway. Now Ukraine has still got it on the edge. He's trying some fancy stuff. He tries a shot, and at least it made Hennessy actually attempt to save it. Yarmolenko there. He's trying some fancy 1 foot, 2 foot over the ball. Chips it over. Let's see how close it is. No, it's always going over. Always going over. But at least it was within the stadium this time. Do you know what, Chris? I wanted Scotland to go out. I definitely wanted Scotland. I was pleased as punch when Ukraine beat them. A, because it's Ukraine and obviously everything that's going on at the moment. And B, because it was Scotland. And as a Englishman, I don't want Scotland to win anything. I kind of not bothered for this. I've not really got a horse in this race. Williams is off. Norrington Davis is on with about 3 minutes to go. But yeah, well, this game, I just don't know, Chris. I've got to say, I've kind of wanted Wales. I wouldn't have been bothered if Ukraine had won, but it's 1958. That's a hell of a long time. But they're just saying an awful waste of an opportunity for Ukraine. That's been the story of the game, a wasted opportunity. I wish Ukraine sung I Am Boogie after they beat Scotland. We are down to we're in the last 2 minutes now. Will Ukraine get one last chance? They are really looking nervous, the Ukrainian fans, looking miserable. She looks very nice, but very miserable. The Welsh fans loving those hats still. I want one of those yellow hats. Somebody buy me one in Wales and send it to me. Ukraine losing out again. You get the ball, Wales, just run it. Yeah, there we go. He's got the ball. No, he hasn't. He's lost it. And Ukraine have a breakaway. But yeah, he didn't control the ball. He just kicked it too far ahead. And it's a yellow card, sorry, for the Ukrainian. And Wales will love that all night long. I never want other home nations to win, to them having to parade whenever England lose a tournament. Yeah, but they're going to be in our group, Chris. And I know at half time I said this Wales side will, it's going to be, a win for England. But then I saw England last night and I wasn't so sure. Wales now, they are so close. We've had the 95 minutes. We've had the 5 minutes of injury time. Wales are on the attack. I don't know what's happening because my graphic is still saying Gareth Bale and he's not been on for 20 odd minutes. It's surely any time now. We're coming up to 96 minutes, 98, 95, 52. It's down. It's a goal kick to Ukraine, but there's not going to be enough time for them to do anything. He kicks it out to a defender who runs up with it. The referee might just let them finish this attack. Just get it up into the box. That's what you need to do. And he does it past over the field. And it's all over. It is all over. The final whistle has gone. The final whistle has gone. Wales, congratulations. Chris, I hope so, but not on last night's performance. Well done, Wales. What a win for you. I mean, lucky, yes. Fortuitous, definitely. Hennessy got man of the match. I'll probably got to say, yeah. Bale got 6.9. I thought he deserved more than that, to be honest with you. Looking at that, Bale actually got less than 6 of his teammates. That's one. But yeah, Hennessy, Wales they're just celebrating now. They are just totally celebrating. Well done to Wales. Congratulations to Wales. Let's just update this. Congratulations, Wales. Well done to Wales. First time since 1958. You can't take it away from them. You really, really can't. Full time, Wales 1, Ukraine 0. Congratulations, Wales. Bale, well, he's going to carry on playing, isn't he? We know that much. And he deserves to. He deserves, for my money, he was better than the figures show there. He was almost man of the match when he was on. But Hennessy, what a save. What a save towards the end with his left hand there. That was what kept them in. They didn't score. It was an own goal. But, if you put the ball in the box, then, we always say it can go off somebody's arse and somebody's bum cheek or whatever and go in the net. And Yarmolenko tried to knock it off. Head it wide, and he headed it into his own goal with the goalkeeper obviously going the other way. So bad luck to Ukraine. Unfortunately, and I don't mean that Wales are bad guys, but the good guys don't always win. Look at Denmark, in the Euros. Sometimes things aren't meant to be. And, Ukraine got to this stage. We know that we played them in the World Cup last time. So, they're not an easy team. So, well done, Wales. But, let's just have a look. Let us just have a look. Straight after this, I think we should have a look at the old stats. Yeah, please subscribe to the channel. Like it if you can do. Please, we really do appreciate those likes. It does make a difference to our channel. And please click those notifications. We have got lots of shows coming up next week, and we'll take you through them a little bit later. But just looking at this, I mean, Ukraine 68% possession to 32 of Wales, 22 shots, to 10 of Wales, 9 on target. Wales only had 3, 7 corners to 4. I mean, but they just didn't have that edge to them. They really didn't, Ukraine. Did they deserve anything from this game? Probably not. And I can see they're in tears. Of course they are. And you would expect that. Wales are sort of obviously celebrating. I don't know what you can. You can't say anything to these players. The Yarmolenko's applauding them. They're all doing the Icelandic clap to the fans. I mean, it's terrible weather there, but yeah, a guy's in tears there. There's a guy in tears. But they were at the last World Cup. Wales haven't been at a World Cup since '58. I mean, how many years is that? Let's just work it out. 2000 minus 58, 40. Over 60 years. Over 60 years since Wales were in a World Cup. If England have had 60 years of hurt, well, we've had more, haven't we? What have Wales had? So I've got to say, congratulations to Wales. Yeah, obviously I'm an England fan, but well done Wales on getting there. They're going over. In fact, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, he's putting the captain's armband back on Gareth Bale. And that what is nice is the Wales players are going over to the Ukrainian fans and applauding them. That is actually a nice gesture. A nice gesture. Well done, Wales. Total respect for you. That is a class thing to do. They've got 3/4 of the stadium is their fans, and they've taken the time to go over and applaud the fans of Ukraine. Ukraine did everything they did. Like I said, if you look at those stats, 68% possession, 22 shots, 9 of which were on target, nearly as many as, just one short than shots than Wales actually had at all. But there was just not that, more times than not, Ukraine put the ball in and there was no Ukrainian player on the end of it. But the same can actually be said about Wales. They did exactly the same, and their goal came from a defensive error, a Yarmolenko own goal. But I've got to say, well done. Congratulations, Wales. Points. Pains me to say so. Yes, it does, but we've got to give credit where credit's due. And I have to say that gesture at the end was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Fair play to Wales for that. Well, at the end of the day, that it was one of those films where you sit through sort of an hour and a half of absolute rubbish for the last half an hour. It was a bit like that. Chris, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. Shows Wales miles better than Scotland. You know, I mean, we've always said, you know, if you look at the four home nations, you'd put them in order of England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. That was growing up, was the order I always put them in. But, you know, I think that's possibly changing now. And I think Wales are as good, if not better, as you say there, than Scotland. Yeah. Was I disappointed? Yeah. And I was disappointed on both sides because, like I say, it was just that finish that they both needed. But well done. Let's have a look at what we've got coming up, shall we? Next Friday, let me just get rid of this. Next Friday, we have got the debate show. That'll be 9 o'clock next Friday. And we're going to be talking Nottingham Forest. Are we glad that they are back as Leicester fans? Do we want Forest to have, you know, we do want to have these local East Midlands derbies with them, or would we have preferred them to stay down in the second tier where they belong, I think. So we'll be having that chat next Friday. On the 10th, on the 9th, in fact, on the 9th at 9 p.m, we've got a promotion special. We've got the aforementioned Forest fan, we've got a Fulham fan and a Cherries and Bournemouth fan, and they'll be talking about their hopes and aspirations for the upcoming season. On Wednesday at 9 o'clock, gentleman wrote this. He's a university student at University of Leicester. 7 ways that he thinks the atmosphere at the King Power Stadium could be improved. Having read it, not so sure. There's a couple of anomalies in there, but we'll be having 3 Leicester fans on who go to the King Power, which obviously I don't because I live down on Dorset, so I can't always get there. But we will have 3 fans that actually go and they will give their thoughts on it. Also on the Wednesday at 7:30, it's the last in the season reviews from last season for Leicester. There's 5 in total. We started off with the ex-player, Jerry Taggart, and these are all available on Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube. They're all there in latest shows. The ex-player, Jerry Taggart, we had Rob Tanner from what's the word I'm looking for? From the Athletic that came on, so the journalist. We had Craig, the Leicester fan, coming on. We then had Owen from BBC Radio Leicester coming on as the commentator, giving us his thoughts. And this is the thoughts of a neutral. Well, he's not actually neutral, he's ginger, but you know what I mean. He's not watching this, he'll never know. On Monday night, please join us for the World Cup special. Group A, 9 o'clock. And I'm just looking at the Group B here. England, Iran, USA and Wales. So that is Group B in the World Cup. And the presenters have got the Welsh hats on. Oh, I wish I could get one. But you know what? We're going to be looking at Group A Monday at 9 o'clock. And that's going to be a regular slot for this. And we're going to go through all the groups during the summer. And also next week, we have got Men in Black. We are the Men in Black. Yeah, I won't sing it. Sorry. Mark Halsey, ex-Premier League referee. He's PGMOL, is it? He's got a lot to say since he retired. And we're going to be talking to him about his career, about how it is being a ref, the hatred, etc. And then we'll be talking, it's got to be done, VAR. That is going to be next week. So if you do this, and let's just bring it up here. If you do, if you do subscribe to the channel, as it says there at the bottom, and let's just get rid of bring me in. So yeah, if you subscribe, as it says there, please smash the likes because that does help the likes on every channel. And then click the notification bell, and you will know when that show is coming up with Mark Halsey. Don't know a final time or day yet, so If you do that, you won't miss out. Guys, it's been a gas. At least it was a bit more exciting than the England game last night. Wales 1, Ukraine 0. Yarmolenko headed own goal from a Gareth Bale free kick into the box. Congratulations to Wales. Bad luck to Ukraine. We'll see you in December, Wales. Your first one since 1958. Enjoy it. Well done for today. Thanks to everybody that watched. It has been a gas, like I say, and I will see you sometime next week. Stay safe and don't do anything I wouldn't enjoy. All the best now.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
They think it's all over. It is